Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants, and welcome to our online session today. My name is Amos, and I'll be your trainer today under the Tcash Soko app. So this is where we say that digital biashara is the future of biashara, and indeed, it is proving day in, day out that Tcash Soko is coming to offer the digital solutions to our biasharas and making them the biasharas not just of today, but the biasharas of the future. So let us journey together in this session named Receipts, Records, and Performance Tracking, as we tend to see how digitizing our biasharas makes them efficient, and not just efficient, but of course brings money to our businesses. So under this session, we shall be looking at where do the receipts go. Na hizi receipts tukiuza zinaenda wapi? Na if after all the app is storing them, how can I access all the records? Finally, how can I be able to track the performance of my shop? And of course, if you're able to track the performance of your shop, definitely utaweza to make decisions, important decisions about your shop. And this is what we'll be looking at today. So let us journey together and see where we get receipts. So for this session, I'm sharing my business side of the app. Remember, the app has two sides, the personal side and the business side. Kwa hii business side, of course, niko na Tcash balance there, which is 62. The Rotary tickets are 14. The performance today is not good. It's 0. The transactions today are also 0. The upcoming booking is 0. So for me to view receipts, I must have sold. So receipts zinatoka wapi? When you sell, the app generates a receipt for your customer for the sale that you have made. What do I mean? Namaanisha aje, when you are making the session or when we are doing the session, make your first sale, tuliweza kuona ya kwamba when I sell a product using the Tcash Soko app na niuzie a customer of mine, then what I'm able to have or what I am able to get is a receipt for that transaction. Hii receipt ya hiyo transaction ninaipata na nikiipata naweza share na huyu customer. Where is my copy or where will my copy be left? Copy yangu itabaki kwa app na naweza access at any given point. So where do I access the receipts for all the transactions? Sasa kwa hii business side, I'm sharing the part where I'm the owner of the Aura Nail Services. Of course, Tcash balance, the Rotary tickets zinajionyesha hapo. Nitakuja hapa chini kabisa for me to be able to view the receipts. Takuja hapa chini kabisa, you have the option home, orders, sell and wallets. So nitakuja hapo kwa wallet. Nikikuja kwa wallet, then the wallet shows me one, the amount of money yenye niko nayo kwa Tcash. That is the main purpose of the wallet. Kukuonyesha ni pesa ngapi uko nayo kwa Tcash. And of course, the amount of money yenye ina show kwa hii screen as the Tcash balance ndio inafaa kushow pia kwa personal side as your Tcash wallet balance na pia kwa business side as your Tcash balance. So in my case, it is showing 0. So what I need to do is I need to refresh this because I can see that on this side I have 62. So I need to do a refreshing so that I'm able to access the correct balance. So how do I refresh? Nita pull screen chini. Of course, it will just roll and then refresh this information just a bit. Okay, let me just return to home. Load the home again or switch to personal first. Let me just switch to personal. I'm trying to troubleshoot this app so that I'm able to definitely go to the correct, get the correct Tcash balance. Let me just switch and then try and loading balance. Okay, na ngoja hiyo balance load hapo, the Tcash balance. I'm waiting for that to load. Supposed to be doing so automatically because this is the balance yenye itajionyesha hapa. It seems I'm having challenges with my network, but anyway, we'll just proceed without seeing the correct Tcash balance. But for avoidance of doubt, yeah, the Tcash balance has loaded. It's supposed to be 62 shillings on the home. So still on the wallet, I'm supposed to load it and get 62. Yes, there you go. Of course, you sometimes have to be patient a bit because of some networks challenges. I'm using Wi-Fi, and when the bandwidth is down, of course, definitely you don't get to load the Tcash balance correctly. So unaona Tcash balance yangu ni 62. Then the pay later activity, I've not given any item on pay later. Tulisema pay later ni ile yenye unapea mtu item on credit and then analipa baadaye. But ukiangalia just below the pay later, unaona transactions zenye nimefanya. So if I'm to touch any of the transactions, for example, the first cash payment of 200, nikiiguza, then itanionyesha that this is a 200 shillings cash payment yenye ilimekiwa date 4 mwezi wa 4 2026 at 10:02 am. So just below that information yenye iko na time, niko na receipt, so I can be able to view the receipt there. Nikiguza the receipt, I'll be able to see what was sold. Ukiangalia, the receipt shows me the time, the date, and of course that it says that this was cash payment in store. That means huyo mtu alikuja kwa shop na akanunua, and what he bought ilikuwa ni gel manicure. So alikujia service ya manicure ya gel for 200 shillings, and of course this was paid. So you can be able to view the receipts for all the transactions that you have had in your business. Sio just some, ni transactions zote zenye umemake kwa biashara yako, unaweza manage kuona receipts zake zikiwa zote. So for each and every transaction, you can be able to view the receipt for the same transaction, na uweze kujua how much did I sell, and to who did I sell, and of course at what time, and what on which day. So hii information yote unaweza view hapa kwa view all. Just below those 3 cash payment, unaweza view all the transactions umemake na hiyo shop. So of course you can be able to see all of them. Ukiangalia for the month of April, it's just 1 transaction. For the month of March, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transactions. So ukiguza whichever transaction utaguza, then inakutolea receipt ya hiyo transaction. So you can always access receipts for all your past transactions zote kwa pamoja, all under the wallet. Now, because the app can be able to access the information about the kind of sales una make kwa biashara yako, then it is able to give you kitu huwa tunaita sales insight. Inaweza kupatia something we refer to as sales insights, or rather inaweza kusaidia kutrack performance yako through these records that have been kept here. How does that happen? So I will just move back a bit to this wallet side. Kwa hii wallet side, kuna some 3 icons at the very top. The very first one inakuanga ni icon ya info, inakwambia what is this wallet all about. So nikiiguza, it will just tell me that this is a place where I get to see my Tcash balance, and my Tcash balance gets to show at the top. And of course, kama hauna Tcash, it asks you to ensure that you get one. Of course, hiyo ni icon ya info. Then on the right hand side niko na 2 icons. Kuna hii ya dollar sign yenye tuliweza kuangalia when we were discussing cash sales. Tukasema hapo ndio unapata hiyo cash sale fee. But kuna icon hatujai discuss, that second to the dollar sign, hiyo yenye inakaa graph. Nikiguza hiyo icon yenye inakaa graph, it brings me to this page where I now have sales insights or comprehensive reports za shop yangu. Okay, where else can I access this information? Ndio ni access hii information pia, I can just move back. Nikimove back, nirudi home. Nikirudi home, under today's performance, nikiguza tu today's performance, itanipeleka. Nikiguza today's performance, itanipeleka to the same place ya sales insights. So what is there under sales insights? Sales insights ndio inakusaidia kuperform, kutrack performance ya shop yako. It has summary of all the transactions and averages, and of course we're going to explore together all these sale insights information and see how they can be beneficial to your business. The first one is the sales overview. Ukiguza sales overview, inakuonyesha for that month how much have you sold for the month of April. Of course, for the month of April, it's showing me that the sales are 0, 0. But for the month of March, if I just move back a bit to the month of March, I'm able to see that there was some revenue there that was made, 1,248. In how many transactions? 4 transactions. And of course, inakupia mpaka average, yeah, each transaction was about 312. For this month of March, the peak sales, yani ile siku kuliuzwa sana, ilikuwa on Tuesday. So that day is marked as the best performing day. Yani hiyo ndio siku yenye sales zilikuwa highest. Then it is also to able to give you the busiest time period. So what is the importance of this information? Kukuonyesha the peak sales and the busiest time period. Sometime huwa sisi kama wanabiashara tunajinyima profits. Why so? Because unajipata maybe time unajipea off day ni time yenye biashara yako inakuwa imeshika, and sometimes you don't get to note. Unapata sometimes you just feel I'll not open the shop tomorrow, kumbe that day yenye umekataa kufungua is your busiest day. So the shop will be able, the online platform Tcash Soko will be able to show you the best performing day. Na ukijua the best performing day, then unaweza ku benefit, because already when you know that this is my best performing day, uta ensure that unafungua hiyo siku and you're ready to sell. Then there is the busiest time period. It is able to show you ni masaa gani unakuanga very busy. Ukishajua the time when you're very busy, then uta ensure that all your employees wako kwa shop at that time. Uwezi wapea lunch hour hiyo time. So for example, sometimes huwa tunapea lunch hour maybe between 12 to 1. Kama lunch hour yako ni 12 to 1, now notice that 12 to 1 is your busiest time period, then you need to change that, maybe kuje 2 to 3 or something of that sort. Then you're able to see the sales trends. So unaweza jua ni mwezi gani nauza sana. This is all about performance. Ni mwezi gani nauza sana. So if in the month of March nimeuza sana kushinda the month of April, it means that for the month of April nahitaji kuadvertise biashara yangu sana ndio nifikishie hizo sales zenye nilikuwa nazo last month. What do I mean? Ukishajua the sales trends, uone zinaenda chini, then you need to ask yourself, why are my sales trends going down? So hautakuwa unaenda na speculation. Unajua mostly in the Kenyan context kuna sometimes kila mtu anasema biashara is not good, biashara is not good. You able to say biashara is not good with facts, because ukiangalia sales trends unaona zimeenda chini. When the sales trends are going down, you need to devise survival tactics. For example, advertise more. Anza kupea customers wako some discounts to allow them to come, because maybe hawana purchasing power, and so on and so forth. That way you are able to maintain yourself in the business na una ensure ya kwamba your business continues to thrive. Then apart from the sales overview, what else can you be able to see? The online orders fulfillment. So nikiguza online orders fulfillment, what it shows me ni how much did I get for each and every month in terms of making now the online orders. The revenues are 0 shillings, the orders are 0, the average is 0. That means hii shop haijauza anything online. So what can I do with this information? Hii information inasaidia kujua ya kwamba I need to advertise more using the digital channels ndio nipate customers wenye wanakuja na wana make online orders, and as they make the online orders I will be benefiting because nitakuwa naeka pesa kwa mfuko. So this is a call to, it gives you a call to advertise. Of course inakuonyesha the online versus in store. What does that mean? Ni pesa ngapi umeuza online na ni pesa ngapi umeuza in store? What is the percentage? so that you're able to know, is my shop more of a physical shop or more of an online kind of shop? Remember, if you notice unauza sana in store, it means that your store is very important. But ukiona unauza sana online, then it means therefore ya kwamba you can survive without the store. There are some people who rent very expensive shops tao, na kumbe most of the clients wenye anaserve wako online. So you can be able to now manage that cost by going to a cheaper location, at the same time meeting the online demands, na una reduce your cost ya current a shop maybe in a place that is very expensive. Then there is the online order status. You're able to see, am I able to fulfill the online orders? Hizi orders zikikuja naweza kuzimanage, so you're able to see that how many are completed, how many are pending, how many were cancelled, and of course the fulfillment would also show there. You're also able to see the peak order time. Ni time gani watu wanaorder sana, so that you ensure that at that time then you are ready to serve your customers by ensuring that you are fulfilling their orders. Kama ni mtu wako wa delivery, lazima akue around during that peak order time. Then of course there is the option of customer breakdown. How many customers are new? How many customers are returning? This information is very important. Sometimes we lose customers because we are not giving them the correct form of treatment. We are not offering customer satisfaction. So ukiona you're just dealing with new customers, you're not dealing with returning customers, then it is a wake-up call. Inakuambia aje that you're not dealing well with your customers. That is why they are not returning. So ukiona returning ya customers iko sawa, unajua that indeed you're doing okay, and you just need to proceed doing your activities in the manner in which you are doing them before. Then there is the order trends. You're able to see for each and every month for the last 3 months, orders imekuwa aje, ni mwezi gani nimekuwa na orders mingi, ni mwezi gani sijakuwa na orders mingi. Of course, all this information is meant to assist you as a business person make your business decisions. Okay, what do I mean there? Namaanisha, like, the moment you're able to see the online orders and the online bookings and the fulfillment of the same, utaweza kuwa na info about what you need to do, what you need to do to improve. Remember, we have been making decisions. Yes, I don't mean hatujakuwa tukimake decisions. We have been making decisions, but tumekuwa tukimake decisions on speculative like thoughts. Hatujakuwa tukimake decisions on numbers and on statistics. Why do great business companies thrive? Huwa wana thrive juu every decision they make is backed up by data. Data ni information, like wako na information, wanafanya statistics, wanaangalia okay, tumesema hatu make sales, mbona hatu make sales? So they go out and find out why they are not making sales, because they are getting that information. So this app is coming to benefit we as business people. Kwa nini inakuja kutu benefit? Juu tutakuwa tunajiuliza, mbona I'm not making online orders, mbona I'm not getting online bookings? Then you are able to ask yourself that question and answer it and find solution to that challenge in your business. The online bookings itakuonyesha the summary of bookings, of course the amount that you have been paid for bookings, the booking status. You'll be able to see how many people have booked, how many bookings are complete, how many bookings are no show, and how many bookings are scheduled. So ukiangalia the percentage performance akuwa na kuonyesha the completion percentage and the no show percentage. For example, ukiangalia in my case, it's 100% no show. So there is somebody who booked na hakukuja. That's why there is 100% no show. But scheduled booking, unaona ni moja. It's 50% of the two, which means it's only one. So I'm waiting and hoping that that client will get to come. So what is the utilization of the time? Utilization of the time is 0.45%. This is the utilization of the times that I've set as available kwa shop yangu. Remember, we did a whole session on how service vendors can get the most out of Soko. We said that the first thing they need to do is to ensure that they fix their opening hours and closing hours. So what is the utilization of that time period? Hiyo ndio inaapia hapo. Then of course you're able to see the popular time slots zenye watu wana book sana, and the top service yenye inakuwa booked sana, so that you ensure that your top service haikosi. Sometimes we have employees. Sometimes tunapatanga, maybe if you're doing a business like mine, the nail services, you have to employ people to assist you. So kuna mtu huwa anafanya maybe a certain service vizuri sana. If this person is to now not be in the shop, then it will mean ya kwamba if this person offering the top service, which is a gel removal, hayuko kwa shop, inamaanisha that I will be making a lot of loss because hakuna mtu wa kufanya my top service. So this information will help me ensure that I maintain this person so that they're able to do that. And of course, you're also able to view staff performance and of course the unique performance and the booking trends down there. Another thing that you're also able to view under the sales insights is the customers insights. Customers insights ni nini? Inakuonyesha how many customers you have served within that period and how many repeat customers you have dealt with. So there are customers you serve and there are customers we refer to as repeat customers. Repeat customers are customers who are coming and coming again. So a repeat customer ni customer anakuja, then anakuja another time. So you're able to see how many customers are repeat customers for each and every month. And that is some useful information for your business. Then there is also some information about the payment channels. You're able to see how have you been paid over the month of April, over the month of March, for example. In the month of March, you're able to see that it was 100% cash payment. That means all the money that I got in my business ilipwa through cash. Then the payment distribution unaweza kuiona hapo. And of course, the transaction by method unaweza kuona count, and of course by value. So you're able to see nimelipwa pesa ngapi for the whole of this month via Tcash. Nimelipwa pesa ngapi the whole of this month via external wallet. Na nimelipwa pesa ngapi via cash the whole of this month. So this information is useful to you because you're able to now make decisions on when you will be banking. Kuna watu, for example, I would want to mention, kuna watu who use fuel. Our watu wa petrol stations, they usually bank on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes when it is very busy on their end, they bank on hourly basis. Why so? Because cash sometimes can be risky to stay with because of fraud. So what they do when I ensure that they bank this cash to not remain with cash hapo ikiwa in large quantities. So when you are able to view how customers have been paying you in the course of the month, you're able to make decisions of when you can be banking and so on and so forth. And of course, get to know when you are ready for restocking based on the amount of money you have gotten from your sales. The other thing that this app gets to show you is the growth and trends. So you're able to see what is the growth, what has been the growth of your sales over that period. For example, in the month of April, I'm able to see that I'm at negative 84%, meaning I'm not selling. I need to ensure that I improve my performance and start selling so that definitely there is growth in my business. So it is also able to show you the growth trends and of course the customer growth trends. Unaweza jua in which month are you serving many customers and in which month are you not serving many customers. Then the second last thing it is able to show you is the inventory and services. So under inventory and services, it is able to show you which item is the highest selling item. For example, in the month of April, this shop has not made many sales, it's only one sale. But for the month of March, I'm able to see which item was sold the most. For example, the gel remover was the least sold. It only sold one item. But the highest sold was the gel manicure because it is sold 400 shillings. And of course, the nail art you can also be able to see. You also able to see the category share, which category had the largest share. And of course, hizi insights inasema ni muhimu because za kusaidia wewe kama mwenye biashara make decisions za biashara yako. Then finally, you are able to see benchmarking information. So what is benchmarking? Benchmarking ni penye unaweza jiangalia in comparison to your peers. Of course, we don't operate as just people who are there by themselves. We are not monopolistic in our business fields. Kuna watu wengine wako na similar businesses to the businesses that we have. In fact, in our country, I only think there is only one monopoly, with the Kenya Power. But again, even if you are a monopoly in our country, you can compare yourself with other businesses outside the country. So in this case, you're able to see how is the performance of your shop in comparison to the performance of other shops. You're able to view and compare using your own app. So hujaenda kwa shop yao kuuliza, no, you're just using your own app. You're able to see how is my performance compared to other shops, other similar shops within my country and within my location. So of course, you can see that versus similar business, I'm at 0%, meaning I'm not selling. The number of customers, I've served one, I've served position 1, meaning Mimi near my radius, I'm the person who has served many customers. Then the number of transactions, I'm number 1, meaning Mimi ndio nimefanya most transaction within my radius. Then of course the categories, I'm also number 1 because I've been like serving customers more, and you're able to see the percentages zenye uko nazo within that 5-kilometer radius. Why is this important? Hii information ni muhimu juu unaweza jua whether you're doing well or you're doing poorly in your business. Ukiangalia ranking yako utakuwa unajua this month nimeshindwa sana, so what do I need to do? You need to advertise more. What do I need to do? I need to fix maybe my customer relations so that customers start bringing other new customers, and of course maybe so that I'm able to also ensure that the customers return. So you're able now to make decisions based on data. Remember, efficiency does not just come by itself. It comes through the decisions that we make, through the information provided to us or availed to us by the app. So what have you learned today? We have learned that the Tkash Soko platform does not only allow us to have receipts and the records for the transactions. No, it also allows us to track the performance of a period of time. So to track performance inatuletea all these insights: the sales overview, the online orders, the online bookings, the customer insights, the payment channels, the growth trends, the inventory services, and the benchmarking. All this information becomes critical information to you as the business owner, because you're able to see when your business is making positive strides and when your business is making negative strides. Positive strides would mean that your business is working well. Negative strides would mean that you need to improve on something in your business. So this brings us to the end of our session: receipts, records, and performance tracking. It is my hope that you have learned. It is my hope that you're now well knowledgeable on how to view the performance of your business over a period of time. In case you have any question on receipts, records, and performance tracking, kindly feel free to get back to me via the comment section. I'll be responding to your questions as soon as I see them. Have a great day. See you in our final session of the week. Thank you.